Arce. Yo 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 yo.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Friday.
Yes, it's Friday. We got some special guests joining us. Of course, this is the 20th season of Wildin' Out, and all week long we've been having cast members.
That's right.
And this morning we have Chico Bean here, and Justina Valentine is back.
Hey.
What's up?
Man, why are you still in here lighting up wood, man?
You rather me light it or ride it?
I mean, I don't know what that is. What did you say? What did you just say? Man, listen, man. You know what? My child is here.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
You talking about riding wood in front of my child, bro? What is wrong with you, man?
I talk about playing basketball, sitting on the bench. Come on.
Something's wrong with
That's
this
not what
dude,
I
man.
heard.
Yeah, that's not what I heard either. Envy, where's your daughter's bracelets?
Oh, you want to buy some?
No, my daughter wants to know if you're really promoting the right way. You know, she's in charge of promotion, so she wants to see if you're really doing a good job.
Well, my daughter made $130 2 days ago. She just turned 10, so she's very excited. She thought she was going to make 30. She made 130.
She made 130.
Now she's back in the lab making some more bracelets.
130 for nothing.
Is that a good amount of money, baby? All right, okay.
See,
Yeah, but 10 years old, that's
cool.
pretty
10
good.
years old.
Now,
actually.
now, Chico-
With no cause attached to the bracelets, no nothing,
That's an
no
entrepreneur.
story,
What's wrong
no
with-
nothing.
She doesn't need a story.
If she was a young, person who comes from an area where she needed, money, I would understand the entrepreneurial spirit. She already got a trust fund, bro. Because of you.
So she wants her own, and she's doing things to create her own. There's nothing wrong with that. You support that.
Well, she learned to know from Uncle Charlo.
I know.
You should have sold him some wood. He
Should've sold some wood.
That's true.
That's
true.
He would have loved
I'd have bought Palo Santo.
It's not too late for her to donate, a percentage to a good cause.
There you go, Justina.
You know what I mean? Like 10
That's
or
right.
20%, and then she might,
She did.
get some more. Oh, she did?
To Roblox.
Okay.
Yeah, you know the Roblox organization?
No, I don't.
Google it. Look it
Okay,
up.
Roblox? Okay,
Roblox.
I'm going to check it out.
This is a shame.
It sounded like a video game.
It
I
is a
wasn't
video
sure.
game. It is
Oh, okay.
Now, Chico, you got to have a conversation.
Okay.
You have your daughter
Yes.
with us today.
Yeah, the head of promotion. She's the head of promotions.
Head of promotions.
I figured since we're promoting, I had to bring the head of
This is
promotions with me.
the first time she's been in New York. You
Yes,
surprised
the
her?
first time she's been in New York.
And then
Yes.
you took her to Marcy Projects in Brooklyn?
I didn't take her anywhere.
Yes, you
She
did.
took me.
No,
She
no.
wanted to get her nails done. When we got here,
Marcy
her nail-
Projects
I
nails?
mean, listen, it was across the street from Marcy Projects, just to be, clear.
That's still Marcy
But
Projects.
it's still Marcy Projects.
Yes.
We were in the projects, and she, really enjoyed the experience. So I guess the first time she came in New York, she wanted to make sure her dad was really where I said I was from, the street. So
Right.
she took me straight there and got her nails done.
But you
the
got to
lady-
explain to her the streets, though. Just because you from the streets don't mean that you should be in these streets, because these ain't your streets.
I mean, but we weren't in them. We were in the nail place getting her
Gotcha.
nails done. So let's not promote that I took my baby to the projects. Why would that be the first thing that y'all? I
You
told
know
y'all
that guy
that
I
in
listen to
confidence,
all the time,
and then you
Jay-Z?
start the show off acting like I just took my baby straight to the project. Fend for yourself. Let me see if you got it instinctively.
Go ahead, go.
That's not what happened.
Welcome
she went
to
to
New
get her
York.
nails done. Salute to the what was the lady name?
Oh,
You remember
boy.
her name? Yes,
And
the
she did a good job.
Nail Tech Mafia. Nail Tech Mafia. So if you're in New York, get your nails done by the Nail Tech Mafia. She did a great job for my baby.
In Marcy Projects.
Across the street from Marcy Project.
You like Jay-Z, right? You like his music,
I
right?
love Jay-Z,
See?
of course.
It's like, let me take you to my favorite rapper's place of residence.
Place of residence.
Where he was
Yo.
born. This is origin
Yeah, I
story.
mean, we should have had something to sell like his daughter did, but she didn't bring anything. So unfortunately, we just had to pay to get a service done.
Well, what else are you taking her to while she's in New York? This is her first time.
Here.
There's
What
no
you
way
mean?
to-
I took her here. She is here to be a part of the show and make sure I'm doing my job and promoting everything that we supposed to be promoting. Because season 20 of Wild 'N Out is what we up here
That's
for.
right, that's right.
But I have a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to need to promote, and she is here to make sure that I do that. Ain't that right, baby?
Oh, you can take her to the Book of Hove museum that opened
Yeah,
yesterday.
we went past there yesterday.
Yeah,
we went past
I
there. The
was there
traffic
last
was
night.
kind of crazy, though. So
Oh, that
we
was
didn't-
nuts. It was nuts.
Did you go?
Yeah, I was there last night.
Did you bring your wood?
No, actually, I did.
Yeah, Yeah, since you want to play games.
Yo.
Yeah, this dude here, you want to play games, we going to play games. You want to bring up the projects, let's talk what you into up here.
Jesus. All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. TK Kirkland will be joining us this morning.
Hey.
And then, of course, we got front page news with Tez and Figaro coming up next. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club on BET. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We are celebrating the 20th anniversary, I should say the 20th season of Wildin' Out. We have Chico Bean and Justina Valentine here. And let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, Justina again.
What's
and
up,
Chico.
Tez?
Good morning,
morning.
honey.
You're
and
looking
Charlamagne.
even more gorgeous
Amazing.
today.
Thank you, honey.
Got
So are
sitting
you?
in the
Thank
iCloud.
you.
I ain't never seen that background.
Well, let's jump right into it. Hollywood is shutting down. Actors going on strike right now. That's the actors and the writers.
Yeah, it's going down in Hollywood. The Hollywood Actors Union began to strike at midnight Thursday after negotiations to reach a new contract with production studios ended without an agreement. Now, actors will join writers in the first industry-wide walkout for 63 years. They said the last time this happened, guys, Marilyn Monroe was alive, and I believe they said Ronald Reagan was the president at the time, or the president of, I guess, the union. But it effectively brings the giant movie and television business to a halt. The Screen Actors Guild issued a strike order after the last-ditch talks with studios on their demands over dwindling pay, and the threat posed by artificial intelligence ended without a deal. Now, the president of the guild said that this is a moment in history, a moment in truth. If we do not stand tall right now, we are going to be in jeopardy of being replaced by machines and big business.
He's absolutely right. I'm part of the WGA and SAG, and I don't see how this ends well because these studios aren't making any concessions in regards to AI. But what I don't understand is why aren't they letting SAG-AFTRA members make money during the actor strike? Like, they can't do tours, they can't do personal appearances, they can't do interviews, they can't do conventions, fan expos, festivals, for your consideration events, panels, podcast appearances, and social media.
Nothing.
How you gonna make money? That's how most people make money on the side. That has nothing to do with Hollywood.
Right.
So I don't understand why SAG-AFTRA members won't allow the actors to do that during the strike.
Well,
I don't think they want anybody to make money. I don't think they want anybody to make money off of actors, because all those things that you name need talent. Like, you know, a lot of these podcasts need these interviews. A lot of these panels need these talents.
What about actors who host their own podcast? There's actors who host their own podcast now. Like, that's how they make extra money when they're not, you know, shooting their shows or shooting their films. I don't understand that one.
Get some bracelets.
What happens to stupid?
Get some bracelets, baby. Can stop running with them bracelets, but we got bracelets for sale.
But I was going to ask, so what happens to Hollywood now? What happens? Do they stop making movies? Like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I know what's going to happen. I don't know if you remember. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the last time they had a big strike like this is when reality TV boomed.
Absolutely.
So, you know, anything that's not scripted, anything that you don't need anybody to write on, or, you know, people who
To
are
act.
SAG
Yeah.
to act, that's what I think we're going to see a lot more. Tubi movies, baby. Tubi is about to blow up.
I've been saying,
let me answer your
Go ahead, Tess.
Let me answer your question on that, because you are right about the reality show, but the actors, this is the first time, you know, that they have been on strike. And so what they're saying is going to happen is, or the first strike in a very long time where you have both in 63 years. Obviously, reality TV wasn't going on then. So what they're telling everybody is to expect preventing actors from promoting some of the year's biggest release. There's also going to stop, you know, summer blockbuster movies from happening. Major film releases could be postponed as well. But to your point, Chico, it is going to at least allow the unscripted, you know, content to have a boost. But the problem, I want to make sure the listeners understanding what they're even demanding. The union is demanding higher compensation, mandates to limit the use of artificial intelligence in the industry. They're also asking, they're making a point to say the rise of streaming and economic inflation has lowered member wages. So when you have the streaming down and they're not able to make that money and they're not getting residuals and royalties, that is what is affecting this strike. And so those are the things that they're demanding.
Oh, yeah, they're striking for all the right reasons. I just don't know how this ends well. And to Chico's point, he's absolutely right. It's going to be the unscripted content that ends up booming. The stuff like what we're doing right now with BET, or the stuff 85 South Show did with Netflix. Like, while or not, y'all about to shoot 10 more seasons in 2 months.
All the way.
Will they be allowed
But
to?
then how does it work, though, if you're saying more stuff on Netflix and the streaming? You know,
That's
because that's
unscripted
being affected.
Unscripted, yeah.
content.
But even with
they're taking
unscripted,
out.
we are still SAG-AFTRA.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Right.
we won't be able to work on that side. If it was just a writer strike, then we wouldn't be affected on the talent side of it. But since the talent and the writers on strike, then it's, you know, Tubi, baby. We about to make some Tubi movies.
I don't know if that affects unscripted content, the SAG-AFTRA strike. I don't know.
I mean, if you SAG, if you know, I know Wild
But
and
you're not
Out is
technically an
SAG.
actor. That's not acting.
I mean, but it's SAG, you know.
But we're still unscripted, though.
But they always have the SAG people come on set when
Right.
we're there, you know what I mean? And we have to pay SAG-AFTRA fees to be on set.
Yeah.
I'm SAG-AFTRA.
I am as
and
well.
I'm part of the WGA.
But I was going to
Yeah,
ask,
and
but
you part of the Waving Wood Association. You know, the one if they going on strike.
See, I
They
was
need
going
to.
to ask, see, even if you are an actor, right, and you're part of SAG, can you still do unscripted? Because you're still on TV.
That's
you're
a good
still,
point.
you know.
I think you can, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because does that mean that you're crossing the line? Because let's say you are an actor, but say, you know what, all right, I'm going to do a reality show to make money. But it's kind of like you're crossing the line.
But that's why I said it makes no sense to me anyway. With the fact that they won't allow SAG-AFTRA members to do tours, personal appearances, interviews, podcast appearances, social media, for your consideration events, fan expos.
Right.
That's
But what
how
about-
people
but-
make
but-
money on the side. So y'all supposed to
Okay.
just starve?
Yeah.
Yep, but Chico, what about, the people that work on the show? You guys are talking about the actors, but what about the other people that work on the show? Is that going to prevent the show?
They don't got nothing to shoot.
Yeah, they won't have anything to shoot. And then the time that we shoot, like even if we go overtime, you know how they always get on us about going overtime and how much it costs and all of that. All of that is regulated. So I think that's the benefit of having the unions is to, make sure that everybody's taken care of. And when it's strike, it's so dangerous for you to cross that picket line because, once it's over with, you might not be able to cross back over.
Right.
Yeah, you know what's going to end up happening too? A couple of writers are going to cross the picket line, and they're going to shrink these writers' rooms. So it's not going to be 10 people in the writers' room no more. It's going to be 2 in AI.
Wow. All right.
Watch.
Yeah.
Well, that's front page news. All right. When we come back, I know Tez, we wanted to talk about cocaine, but we'll do that next in a little bit.
Yes.
Why are y'all so
you say
excited?
yes like that?
My
we
child
gotta
is
get
here.
an update on the cocaine.
Cover
I'm the
your ears.
white
Talk
girl.
about
It's
coke,
cocaine.
all right?
Oh,
This is
my
not a
goodness.
part of
You
promotion.
don't listen, Pierce.
All right. Get it off
said
your
yes.
chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Get it up. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
What's up, man? This is Ron.
Ron, what up? Get it off your chest.
Hey, good morning to everybody. I just got a question for DJ Andy.
Yes, sir.
Are you black?
No.
Yes, I'm black, sir.
Ask me that. Don't ask Envy if he black.
Yes,
He's going
I'm
to lie
black,
every
sir.
time.
I am
that
black.
man is Dominican.
I'm not Dominican. I'm not Spanish. I'm black, sir.
You sure? Does your birth certificate say black?
I seen it. It got a W for race.
What's that?
He one of them white Dominicans, bro.
No,
Dominicans that
I'm
claim they're
black,
white.
sir. I'm black. You know, black people come in all different complexions, right?
Yeah. And one more thing. Big shout out to South Carolina from Conway, South Carolina. Big 843.
Hey, 843. Chico, you think Envy black?
Do I think Envy is black?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you used to be black. I don't really want to focus on it. Envy light skin. That's a whole nother race. But you, on the other hand, you used to be black. We need to determine what you are now.
That is
You know
facts.
what I mean? Because you didn't went from black to Dominican. You the one that changed your race. We're not just going to skip over that. Like, you used to be black. Now, Envy done been that same color since the 90s. I remember. I've been listening to mixtapes. But you on the other hand, sir, were a totally different complexion 6 years ago.
You know what's so funny? I saw Michael Eric Dyson get so excited last night to see Jason Tatum because he was like, man, that's one of us. He bringing light-skinned people back. Like, what?
Yeah, they should be proud of Envy's light skin, but your light skin, that's a problem. You know what I mean? We need to figure out where that came from.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, Envy, my man. You need to get your finger off that button, yo. This is French. I called yesterday, shooting my shot, and you laid up there and hung up on a brother.
Oh, you trying to shoot your shot at Justine Valentine. You
Wow.
kind of fell flat. So
He's
this
persistent.
He was
No, partner. Everybody had it on the top, and you the one that said it fell flat. I was doing good.
I got
You
it.
were.
French, what up? Spit some bars, man. Do something to impress me. Come on.
This chick say, spit some bars. I am not a rapper, so you're not going to get that out of me so y'all can embarrass me.
Remember
What
you
you
shot
got
a
there?
shot.
Like,
He was trying to
shoot-
holler at you yesterday.
Yeah, so shoot your shot. Like, what you got today? Hopefully something better than yesterday.
Oh, a whole lot better than yesterday, baby. Look, come on down to New Orleans. I'm going to show you how we do it right. You know what I'm saying?
That's it? That's what you said yesterday. Switch it up. Like,
No, you said chop house. I said, damn, a chop house. I need to take you to crawfish house. You know what I mean?
They
He
say
just
the,
shot a
Chico, I see you, partner.
the way to a woman's heart is her stomach. That's what some
that's
people say.
that's a
This
fact.
guy.
You gotta go through the
I can
stomach to
cook
get to the
now. I
heart.
can cook now. I can cook.
What you gonna cook?
What you want?
I mean, so I want some
And do
some
shrimp-
New Orleans
shrimp
special.
etouffee. Yeah, shrimp etouffee, some bread pudding. You name it, baby. 3 hours to look accurate.
Sir, it
French.
sounds like you are talking on a Nokia. What type of cell phone is that you using? That's
Yeah, you guessed it, buddy. That is a Nokia.
I
It
knew
is?
it. Yeah, I told you. I know old cellular service.
Just
when I
hey,
hear.
you, no Kia, no.
French, you know what it is. Look, we're gonna let you know when Wildin' Out is coming through your city. Pull up. I'm gonna just see what you look like at this point, because maybe you look better than you sound. I really don't know. We're gonna get you some free tickets.
That was a good curve, Justina.
That was a good curve.
You could really just go to his Instagram to see how.
French, what's your Instagram? And if you say you don't have one, it's quiet. Then you really gotta hang up on him again, Envy. What's the Instagram?
Yeah, move him. It's Frenchie_French.
_French?
Yeah.
_French. I doubt that. He don't even know his own Instagram.
Check your DMs, Jerry.
I got too many. Hey, French, look, I got too many DMs, baby. To be.
Oh, damn. Like that?
_French. Nothing is coming up.
He said something before _French.
What's before the underscore?
It's just French.
Frenchie_French.
Frenchie French.
That's it, partner.
Frenchie French.
Right there.
All right, now let's see.
He don't even know how to use social media because his name is not Frenchie_French. Nothing is coming up.
All I got was a bunch of bulldogs. All I got was a page of bulldogs.
Oh, you sell bulldog?
All right. There you go, Envy.
Sorry, French.
Yeah. Frenchie French, man. Yeah, he was on his daytime minutes, so you did him a service right there.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Same.
When you're a business owner and you're juggling a lot of things, you need a team of people to keep your business running successfully. How do you find and hire the right people? ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/breakfast.
It's a new day. This is your time to get it off your chest. Wake up. Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, how are you, Envy?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
What's up?
How is the rest of the Breakfast Club?
We good.
What's up,
What's
love?
the word?
Get it off your chest, mama.
Well, good morning. I just wanted to say good morning to the Breakfast Club and give a shout out to both my husband and my girlfriend.
Oh, you got a husband and a girlfriend?
She mean girlfriend like homegirl.
No,
No,
I
she
think
mean
she mean
like-
girlfriend
No.
like she getting it in. Like she eating box.
Like my girl got a
I
girlfriend?
put in work.
Oh,
Wow. What'd
What'd
you
she say?
she put in work.
Whoa, ma'am. Where are you?
Right now?
Yeah.
She sounds like she in the bed.
Nah, that wasn't what I was asking. I'm asking like location, not where you at in the
I
house.
live in New York.
Oh, you live in New York?
My
Okay.
my girlfriend lives in Long Island.
Your girlfriend lives in and your husband lives with you, I would hope.
Obviously. We got kids, but we've been together for 16 years.
Oh, wow.
So do the kids know you got a girlfriend and a husband?
They call her Phoebe.
What'd she say?
She's married.
Your girlfriend's married.
Okay.
Well, I think
Just
we
her
found
husband.
the content that we're looking for the strike.
Yeah.
This lady's life. That's what we need to film.
So do y'all have foursomes and all that, or just
No. Oh, God, no.
Her husband don't know. The girlfriend's husband sound like he don't know.
No, my girlfriend, because I've met my girlfriend's husband.
You met him, but does he know that you're knocking it down?
Yeah, we've knocked it down together.
Oh, man, you just
so
made
y'all just
Charlamagne
swinging.
like that pencil up in here, man. He trying to get the...
So wait a minute. So you knocked down your girlfriend with her husband, and you knocked down your girlfriend with your husband?
No, not like that specifically. But my husband's not into that. But
Your husband not into other girls? He don't like threesomes with you?
he's not. He's free to do whatever he wants. It's just that he just supports what I do.
Oh, y'all got an open relationship?
Yes.
Pretty much. It's you guys have talked about it on air. It's called polyamorous.
Yep.
Polynesian sauce.
Yes,
we know.
Mm-hmm.
We're
So,
familiar.
Wow.
So her husband knocks you off too?
No, not anymore. That kind of stopped because, we're just, not into that. So it's just been her and I for the last year. But we actually have, a real relationship.
What if the two men started sleeping with each other? How would y'all feel about that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Only Charlamagne would think about that.
You don't use the hang up button. I wish you could hang up on him. Why can't we mute this dude? Why would that even be?
I want to see.
Listen,
Watch the double standard.
If my husband want to go out and do whatever, and if you want to bring a girl home,
No, not a girl. What if the husband was knocking off your girl's husband too?
That's a big listen. He's not into that.
But what if he did?
Yeah, what if you came home one
If
day...
he did, how would you feel?
And there was another guy lying on the couch naked.
What if the queen had balls?
What if the what?
What if the queen has balls?
She's basically trying to say
that's right. Deflect, ma'am. Don't answer that question. All right, you did the right thing. You deflect. You don't answer whether or not this man is in here waving wood. That is his personal preference.
She walk in with her husband, and he got the other guy's legs in the air like them two NBA players. What them dudes' names?
Oh yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Here's.
Well, I guess you're gonna have a great weekend. So have a great weekend, mama.
Thank you, you too.
Everybody want to have open relationships till it's the back door that's open. Then when it's the back door that's open, then
That is a problem.
now everybody want to close the door.
Stop, bruh. What is wrong with you? There's a teenager here. She should not be hearing about back doors and all that. Baby, I'm sorry.
She's the head of promotion. She heard it all before, right, Pierce?
Well, you're probably over there taking notes to take back to school.
She's like back door, question mark.
Back door. Or I'm going to kill him in the lunchroom with this one.
I can't wait.
Jesus
Things
Christ.
I learned in New York City.
Things I learned in New York.
Charlamagne rides the wood.
The back doors.
The back door.
Polynesian sauce. This is ridiculous,
Get
man.
it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up now. When we come back, we got to discuss Hove. He was in town, and the book of Hove was all over Brooklyn. Was it Brooklyn or Manhattan?
Yeah, it was in Brooklyn. Brooklyn Library.
All right, we'll discuss when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of Wildin' Out. We got Justina Valentine here and also Chico Bean.
Yeah.
Yes.
And let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Hove.
Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report
I mean, I guess we on The Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Right.
on the Breakfast Club.
Now, congratulations to Jay-Z. Yesterday it was announced that they are doing the Book of Hove exhibition at the Brooklyn Public Library. Now, part of this exhibition is, of course, having his lyrics all over the front of the library, and they have different things that I guess inside, like recording masters, never seen before photos, iconic stage wear, prestigious awards, recognition. And Charlamagne, you went last night, right?
Yeah, they had a surprise event for Jay-Z last night, because he didn't know anything about it. But yeah, man, if you ever heard the song Already Home and Jay said he's a work of art already, that is very true. Because you know how much of a career you have had to have in order to have your own art installation in a library, and it looks like a Jay-Z museum. Like they recreated Baseline Studios. I've never been in Baseline Studios. I'm sure you have.
Yes.
And, Just Blaze was there last night. Questlove, they all said that it was to the T of what Baseline Studios was, because they brought in a lot of the old equipment and everything, and they have a section where it's like all the records that Hove has sampled. They have this mini movie that shows Jay-Z's humble beginnings in Marcy, living with his grandmother Hattie White, and she's from Batesburg, South Carolina, by the way. So it's amazing. It's open to the public today, I believe.
Now, I know we've seen a lot of celebrities out there. So who was out there yesterday?
A lot of people, but who cares?
People do. So who was there?
I don't know.
You was there.
I was really not paying attention. I was paying attention to the event.
Everybody was taller than you, so you had to see everybody who was there.
No. Okay.
Jason Tatum was there?
Jason Tatum was there.
But
the reason I saw Jason Tatum is because
he's
Jason
taller
Tatum.
than you.
Yes. You know the most inspiring thing about it, though, is because you really get to see the evolution of Sean Carter as a man in real time. Like, we've heard it in his music and seen it from afar, but to see it all in one place, put together the way it was incredible. Because even though he's accomplished a lot professionally, his growth and evolution as a father and, husband, that's why he's in the position he's in now. Because they always say your talent will take you where your character can't sustain you. And there's so many people, who haven't done the work on themselves and they haven't been able to sustain. They've crashed and burned. We're watching a lot of it in real time, but Hove has not done that. And that's what's inspiring to me as a man.
Pretty dope. So it opens up today, so you can definitely go check it out. Again, it's at the Brooklyn Public Library.
And what Justina said is true. He is the best to ever do it. Whether you agree with whether lyrically or not, when you go to that exhibit and you see how far Jay-Z has taken it, like he's really the epitome of when Biggie said whoever knew that hip-hop could take it this far.
Right.
And when you talk to people around him, like the Beehives and the Tatas and the Emerys and the Bigs, and you ask them like, yo, did y'all see this? They're like, no,
nobody could have. He was so ahead of the game.
Right.
Like the Blueprint to me is that's my favorite body of work in hip-hop history, is the Blueprint, the first one. And when you listen to it, it's literally a blueprint of how to get to success as a black man, no matter where you're from. And he was giving game out on that CD that still applies today. I mean, this came out in 2001, and you listen to this man talk about the stuff that he talks about on this, and it's like he was already in 2023 and 20, he was already 20 years ahead of everybody else. So, I mean, I think now you're just starting to see the, society and the culture catch up to where he already is.
But not only that, Hov is still the same person he was when I met him in 1994. Same person. He talks the same. He's, because you feel like, he's a billionaire, and you see people change in this industry all the time, and they're far from billionaires. So the same conversations that when I used to go to Rockefeller to ask and beg for freestyles and beg for songs, he's the same guy that when I seen at the Barclays opening and he was walking through the different corridors, like he's the same guy. He will stop, he will speak. He's that same humble individual from Marcy Project. So salute to Hov.
But like I said, he's done the work on himself. And the Chico's point, Blueprint used to be my favorite Jay-Z album, but 444 is actually my favorite Jay-Z album. And I think it's going to come a point in time where we realize that that's one of the most important hip-hop albums of all time. Like, I think that album and Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morales and the Big Stepper will be known as the two most important hip-hop albums of all time, because those two brothers have done the work on themselves in a real way. And when you listen to 444, at least for me, that's the soundtrack to my life right now.
All right. Yeah, I mean, once you got that new skin, I'm sure that 444 was the way that things changed. The Blueprint was the old skin. 444, new skin. You've done the work on yourself. I feel you, bro.
What's so dope about J2 is like he just stays offline too. Doesn't get involved in no frivolous stuff, and like he's just shown you like what a businessman he is too. Like outside of being the GOAT, has the baddest chick in the game, and he just keeps that mystique about him, which I think sometimes gets like other celebrities in trouble because they have so much online, and Jay-Z just like stays off of it.
I don't even think he stays off of it. I don't think he responds. I think he's actively present, and I think he knows everything that's going on. You can't be that in tune with the culture as he's been throughout the years without having your hand on the pulse of the heartbeat of the culture.
Right, but he's not on IG. Like you can't go to his page.
But I'm sure he's tapped into everything. You got to be able to have that much knowledge base.
You know what's so interesting about what Chico said? A wise woman by the name of Desiree Perez, dropping the clues bombs for Des. She says, be aware of everything but acknowledge nothing.
There you go.
Yeah, that makes sense all the way.
Now we got to talk to another GOAT, Snoop Dogg. Now, Snoop said that he had a giant pet roach, and he nicknamed the roach the Gooch.
Did you one time have a roach?
A roach? I got a roach in my hand right now.
Ba-boom! No, called Gooch. Did you have a roach called Gooch?
Oh, yeah, the Gooch used to live with me. In my apartment, I had a roach that we couldn't kill. We tried to kill him. We first moved in, and he wouldn't die, so we called him the Gooch. And he just kept getting bigger and bigger. I stayed in that apartment for about like 6-7 months. Cuz grew to the size of about a whole $1 bill. He was about the size of a $1 bill. We called him the Gooch. We used to leave food out for him and everything.
I'm old enough to know that the Gooch is the invisible bully that used to harass Willis and Arnold.
Yep.
Or was it Willis? Which one? It was Willis.
Arnold.
Yeah, sure. And I'm old enough to know that the Gooch is one of the most neglected parts of the human body. It's the part between, right, Justina?
Yeah, the ball sack and the butt. I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to get back on the ass talk.
Chico?
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what I know the Gooch
Chico,
to be.
What you know the Gooch has, Chico?
I know I'm stuck between a Gooch, between y'all two. That's what it is. I am
the Gooch right now.
I am
you the Gooch. Chico,
because I am in between y'all two, and I don't understand, man.
I'm the balls. I'm the balls.
See what I'm saying?
No, I'm the balls. I'm the balls. You the anus.
They fighting over who's the ball. Y'all can each be a ball.
Yeah.
What Sexy Red said?
You know what?
Boy, Brown.
No. You gotta understand, we are at a different time. You just heard about the strike that's going on. Who's the balls is an unscripted show that they'll come out with.
Yeah,
who's the balls? Now who's the balls? Who's the balls? There's a time for love and a time for sailing around the land. Yeah, I don't understand. I'm sorry, baby.
And that is your rumor report. When we come back, Tesla and Figaro will be joining us. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our audible pick of the day is Snoop Dogg's From the Streets to the Suites. Here's Snoop's journey from the streets of Long Beach to hip-hop legend. Listen when you sign up for a free trial at audible.com/Snoop.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Chico, you don't need to put your headphones on.
I was scratching my head. They don't work anyway.
They don't work anyway.
You know what I mean?
Let's get in some front page news. Of course, it's the 20th season of Wildin' Out, and we got Chico Bean and Justina Valentine here.
Oh, yeah.
And let's get in some front page news with Tez and Figaro. Now, Tez, we teased some cocaine. So let's get right into the cocaine.
We got to get to the cocaine. We followed this story like everybody else last week. Wanted to give an update that the Secret Service was not able to find who brought the cocaine into the White House. So the case remains unsolved. It is now closed. The investigation has concluded with no forensic evidence or video. They're not able to identify the responsible person. They said that this cocaine was in an area that they did not have any video surveillance. It was kind of like in a cubicle. And the White House said that they collected a list of over 500 people. And they said on that list, again, since you can't match any physical evidence up, since there was no one on camera, that it is what it is, the mystery remains unsolved.
Do you mean to tell me that there's a room in the White House with no video cameras? Ain't no damn way. Knock it off.
Man, first of all, I am born and raised in Washington, D.C. If they letting people get away with cocaine, let my people out of jail. What is up with that? That's crazy.
Right.
You know how many people have been arrested in the District of Columbia for cocaine, and they done found it in the White House, and they can't figure out who it is it belonged to? That's crazy, man. That is ridiculous.
I read that they found weed in the White House a couple times in 2022.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, well, see, that is amazing, man, that they done locked up all them D.C. residents for cocaine, and they done found it in the White House, and they can't find who had it in the actual White House.
They done brought the white
And for clarity, it kind of was like in a cubicle off to the side, so it wasn't like a particular room. You know, they're saying in a vestibule little area. So I guess when people walk past it, the angle of the camera.
There had to be somebody that
knew. To your
knew.
point, it seemed like everything would be covered in the White House.
Yeah, that's somebody that knew that angle.
Right.
Yeah, that's where they do their cocaine at. That is the spot to do the coke. And somebody forgot and left it, and then they found it, and now they don't know who it belonged to. That's crazy.
They got to find a new spot.
And then they said the funny part is the weed they found during the screening, like so somebody was coming in through the checkpoint. So they said, what kind of people are they letting into the White House that they can found drugs in the White House 3 times already? We see the pictures of who getting in the White House nowadays. You know what I mean? Pusha T done been in there. Yo, Gotti done been in there.
Snoop Dogg smoked in there.
The White House
I'm just saying. Snoop admitted on the 85 South show he smoked in the White House. So I mean,
Method Man was in there. I'm just saying.
I mean, weed is legal at this point, so
yeah, but cocaine is not.
Cocaine is not.
And if they didn't found cocaine in the White House and they can't identify who it is, don't identify the people who sell it in the areas around the White House.
Right.
That's real.
Now let's talk about these monkeys.
Yes, you don't want to say the title? Monkeys are.
All right, well, the title is Monkeys Are Having Gay Sex All the Time.
Yes,
and we don't like to talk about gay sex in front of Chico, Ted.
We gotta wave the wood again, Charlamagne. Wave the wood.
Whoa, listen, I'm sick of this, man. Every time I come up here to Bunk Bed Brothers, y'all need to go ahead and just come out the closet, man.
We husbands.
Yeah, I know what y'all are, but y'all have been in the closet for too long, all right? We have the youth here. My daughter's here.
Oh, man.
Set an example for the youth and being free and who you are. Y'all
are.
No, y'all not.
The real husbands in New York.
Nah, y'all have been the Bunk Bed Brothers for too many years, man. And then y'all came with a story about gay monkey sex. Like, what is happening up here, man?
Are the gay monkeys doing cocaine?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Tess?
Yes, well, to Chico's point, the monkeys are living in their truth. And in light of Freaky Friday, I wanted to cover this story. According to researchers at the Imperial College, London, male monkeys regularly have gay sex and are bisexual. The study found that same-sex sexual behavior among monkeys make them better friends and more likely to have each other's back in conflicts.
I'm sure.
They have each other back.
Is this why monkeys eat bananas? This how they've been flirting with each other all these years. Chico, that's crazy, Chico.
Well, Chico,
we
have actual audio of the gay monkeys.
Wait a minute, man.
I'm just joking.
Listen, one of the monkeys' name is Curious George. Okay. By Curious George would be an amazing children's book.
By Curious George.
Two more sentences. The findings suggest that same-sexual behaviors have evolved and become more common among primate reproduction, challenging beliefs that this is rare in non-humans. In other words, they're saying, this is a normal thing. If the monkeys are doing it, then humans are doing it. And so they found that 236 males, out of the 236 males they studied, 72% have had same-sex mounting.
I have a question though. Are they locked up? Is it just male monkeys, or do they have the option of to bang a female monkey? Like, because that matters, I think.
Yeah.
What doesn't matter? I mean, that would be what, like if somebody in jail, or you saying like situational?
Exactly.
Are you saying these monkeys are situational bisexual?
Situationally gay. Is there no female monkeys around?
Listen.
No, I would assume that if they're doing a study in this way, in order to be able to determine if they're going to pick the male, female would be around. That would be the assumption.
Okay.
If I created a book called,
they're living in their truth.
If I created a book called By Curious George, and there was a monkey on the front eating a banana, looking seductive, how fast do you think Florida would ban it?
Sir, the fact that you can develop these thoughts so quickly is a problem, man.
He's monetizing.
Like, why is it so quick to come to your mind to just think of the stuff that you think of?
We have to. AI is on our ass, Chico.
No. Something else is on your ass. Something completely different is on your ass. Baby, I'm sorry. They didn't just ruin Boots from Door for you. You just used to love that monkey. Now I brought my child up here. Now we buy Curious George. And this is just, oh my goodness, man.
I can't wait to see Chico and his daughter having a car ride next week, and she asking questions about the New York trip.
Not only that, what did you learn this summer when I went to New York?
Oh, yeah.
I learned that
you might as well.
Monkeys
You might
can
as
be
well.
sex. I learned that Charlamagne rides the wood.
She definitely does. And he comes up with By Curious George book titles, and he has a book company, so I feel like he's going to do this.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yes, you would.
I probably would.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that is front page news.
Before we get out of here, I do want to give a shout out to everybody that donated. We did the story yesterday about the Molina family.
Yes.
That they were donating for her funeral services. And shout out to the Breakfast Club family for exceeding that goal. I think they're now at about 12,000. The goal was 10,000. They did that by 5 p.m. So definitely dropped one of the clues bombs for the Breakfast Club family for pulling up and helping that family out. They said they appreciate it and they send their love.
Dope.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And make sure you subscribe to Tesla and Figaro's podcast, the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast, and follow her on Instagram and Twitter. And on the podcast, she discusses all of the things that we discussed on the Breakfast Club during the week in depth, man. So make sure you subscribe to that on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network.
All right.
How you going to go deep on the gay monkey topic, Ted? I can't wait to
Man, because I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry that you have to deal with this type of stuff daily.
Sorry, thank you.
Yeah, I apologize, man. And Envy just over there just liking it, and he not saying nothing.
I thought it was
he over there quiet. He back there rubbing the back of his neck, thinking about By Curious George. And these dudes be looking each other in the eyes, man. I don't understand how the world doesn't see this, man. It's ridiculous up here, man. This makes no sense.
It is ridiculous. All right. Now, when we come back, TK Kirkland will be joining us. We're going to kick it with TK, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club on BET.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our audible pick of the day is Snoop Dogg's From the Streets to the Suites. Here's Snoop's journey from the streets of Long Beach to hip-hop legend. Listen when you sign up for a free trial at audible.com/Snoop.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building, TK Kirkland. TK Kirkland.
How you doing, everybody? Everybody good?
How you feeling, man? How the family? Everybody good?
Everybody's good, family. I'm just, you know me. Old school, still out here working, still grinding. Just really making moves for a senior citizen.
I'm glad you're here, TK. I was thinking about you this weekend, man, because I feel like it was a lot of things going on that we needed your wisdom on, brother.
Okay.
Like number one in general, what's the proper etiquette when you being serenaded by Usher, if you're a woman?
That is a real...
And you in a relationship.
That's a good question.
That's a real good question.
And what do you tell your girl when she goes there?
I did this on my show last night. I'm going to share something with you guys. Okay. When you're a certain man, a woman knows how to move already before you even go out and do something like that. So if you don't have an understanding already, there's a breakdown in what I call the constitution of your relationship, right? Because there's just certain dudes, girl ain't even trying that.
Correct.
This is a fact. Like, she know my man to kill me if I do that. Then there's some women that get caught up and want to show their bodies, and if that's your girl, and let her have fun and all that, because if any place, that's the place to do it. And let me explain what I mean. I'd rather for a woman, if that's where you're going, to do it there than to be at the grocery store, than be walking down to the liquor store that particular way. It was an outing. It was in Las Vegas, Nevada. It was super hot. Now, if you ask me personally, it was something that I would do. The answer is I really don't know, guys. It really would have to be based on. No, I wouldn't do it.
I don't mind the outfit. The outfit ain't bothering me. I don't care about that. I'm just talking about the reaction to him while he's serenading her. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's a performer. He's an entertainer. It's like the old school days, right? When you had the Teddy Pendergrasses and the Smokey Robinsons. You're supposed to entertain. I don't think Usher meant any wrong. Usher he's supposed to woo you.
Usher's a menace, though.
Yeah, he's supposed to woo you.
The man said, he said, don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. He know what he's doing. Cause all you got to do, TK, is say, where all the single ladies at and go talk to the single ladies.
But
he ain't going to talk to the single ladies. He's going to talk to the ones that he know in relationships.
TK, is what makes it bad what he actually did and what she did, or was it the fact that it was on social media? Because think about it,
It was the fact it was on social media.
A bunch of fellas go to the strip club. They get lap dances. They get, strippers do wild things, flips and things, bring them on stage. But there's no cameras to show your girl or your wife when you get home. But now she did. She enjoyed herself with a night out. She had drinks. She was feeling good.
Right.
But it's on social media.
It's on social media. And as a G, he was never supposed to comment on it.
Not publicly.
At
home, you can say
at home.
Because men do need to know how to communicate.
Yes,
I didn't like that. That hurt my feelings.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything insecure about telling your woman that hurt my feelings.
I didn't like that.
Totally agree. You have to, what my man say, keep it as cool as the other side of the pillow. Mm-hmm. You never let them see you break. Right. Never. It wasn't worth it because now everybody's in your business. Mm-hmm. And you're looked at a different kind of way now as a man. You know what I'm saying? And you expose your girl in a bad way. If that's your girl, you ain't supposed to expose her in a bad way. You're supposed to pull her to the side and say, yo, baby, I really don't think that was cool. But was it the outfit or because Usher was singing to her?
I think it was Usher. It wasn't the outfit.
I think it was Usher's, because
and I think it was the way she was acting towards
us. And she's supposed to act that way. That's what happens in those type of shows. You got your girlfriends around. Everybody's having a good time. You got drinks. And I bet you she didn't mean nothing by it. I bet you she was just being flirtatious, having a good time. Just like when we go to concerts, you see a dude like, girl, go up there and have a good time. There's some dudes that let their girl just go up there and have a good time.
Flirtatious, though?
There's nothing wrong with flirtatious, Charlamagne.
Really?
Long as it's tasteful and long as the guy is strong with them himself. See, because some men only get upset because they know their girl. They know she could get, she could get it. You know what I'm saying? So, I know who you are. I did it to you. You know what I'm saying? So I know somebody else can get you. But if you straight, if you straight, nah.
Is there such thing as tasteful flirting? If you in a relationship, I don't know.
Well, you got to think about it like this, right? When men go to the strip club, that's kind of tasteful flirting.
That ain't flirting, though.
It is.
That's flirting.
You smacking ass. She's grinding on you.
It depends on the woman that you with. I'm telling you, I've been to a strip club and I saw, you could tell the girl was in there for the first time. And she saw a dude getting a dance and she beat up the girl.
Damn.
True story, dog. See, it all depends on the person. Some people can't take it. So it depends on who you are.
Now, she's a ridiculous person.
Yeah.
If you're at the strip club, you know what they expect.
Listen to me. It sometimes I think people don't know. It just they get caught up because the girl might have shook her ass a certain way, and boom. But you have to be strong. But on Kiki, her man should have never just, and no disrespect to her, I don't know his emotion, what his upbringing was, and what he's going through in his life. But for me seeing the video, it wasn't the outfit.
It wasn't the outfit, no. They just publicly embarrassed each other. His feelings was hurt.
Yes, his feelings was hurt.
That's all. Like you said you called it tasteful flirting. He probably saw that and was like, damn, man.
Right.
And it might not even be that it's not that he probably thinks he just think that that's Usher.
Right.
That's Usher.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah.
If anybody could steal it would be Usher.
I wanted to ask you something else too, because like we was talking about it, everybody was calling the man insecure, her baby daddy, because he said whatever he said online about the clothes and stuff like that. Is it wrong for you as a man to say you don't like that behavior?
Now, I talked about this the other day. I always tell females that if a man ain't never really checked you, he don't really care about you. He just don't care. I say, and women think we're always trying to tell him what to do. But imagine, when somebody's trying to tell you to do that, means they care. So imagine if I say, girl, you're not showing your breasts enough. Pull your zipper down more and pull your pants up so I can see that more. Now, that's disrespectful. A man's supposed to always protect a woman. I'm going to give you an example. once you have a daughter, things is different, brother.
That's right. I got 4 of them.
Once you have a daughter, you think and move differently. Like when people say, when we even say we want a female that is independent, but when we think about our daughters, we want someone to be on a level to worship your child. So it's like a double standard. You know how we always say a man got to have this and that, you got to bring something to the table? But when we think about our girls, we want somebody for them to be so on point that it can't be no confusion. It can't be, oh, baby, you just can't date anybody. Somebody, you got to date someone or marry someone.
Your fly. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. You know?
But also, when you have daughters, you want your daughter to be on a level of having their own as well.
Oh, that's
so
most
never
important.
Have to depend, right? So when you see, and no disrespect to any woman out there, but when you see women talking about, I married him to have a baby and I'm sticking him up for $30,000 a month and I'm trying, and he gonna buy me this car.
Yes.
I'm raising my daughters where you can buy your own car.
Right.
You buy your own crib.
And what's crazy, guys, when you say stuff like that, maybe I was in a dark age. I didn't know women really went out and did that to people.
What you mean? Try to get people pregnant to get checks?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I really thought that was like, no, can't nobody be that foul.
Women used to go to the drafts of the NBA and football draft and try to catch a player. Or go to the after parties after and try to catch all the time. We hear all types of stories.
When you see women like that, a wise man named T.K. Kirkland once said, I got to meet your parents.
I got to meet your parents. That's so true, yo. Because I always tell people, don't get deep into a relationship until you truly meet the parents, because the parents will tell you everything that you're about to go through. You meet the parents, everything is right there in front of you.
All right, we got more with T.K. Kirkland. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with T.K. Kirkland. Let me ask you, we were talking about this the other day. This came from Marcus Jordan and Loss of Pippen. And we were asking, and I guess one of the paparazzi asked the dad, hey, do you approve? And he said no.
Yes.
We were talking about getting approval from the father-in-law, right? So you have daughters. If they started dating, do you want to make sure that you approve of the young man before he marries your daughter? Do you want to be the approval for that situation?
Oh, absolutely.
And if you don't approve, what do you tell that young man?
Well, I'll give you an example. My daughter is dating a young man from overseas, and he came to meet me. And
how's that meeting? Could you imagine meeting TK after you see him his specials, his comedy show, and then I got to pull up to the house and meet this man?
Yo, it was very short. Sitting in the lobby of the Ritz-Carlton in San Francisco, he came. Nice guy. That saw his whole swag. And he reminded me of me, in a sense.
Does that scare you, or does that make you happy?
It did scare me because he's from another country, and it was a difference, right? Everybody thinks different in different countries. So basically what I told him was, if you got my daughter pregnant, I was going to kill you and your mother. I'll thank you for coming. You can go now. Exactly what I told him. That's exactly what I said. He had a little water in his eye because I could tell he was a little frightened. But I was very serious.
How old was he, TK?
He's like about 19.
Damn it, TK.
He said, hi, Mr. Kirkland. And then you replied.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you get my daughter pregnant, I'm going to kill you and your mother.
Have a nice day.
Yep. And he got up and left. I kept eating my oatmeal.
Jesus Christ.
But we still cool, though. Like, it wasn't the mean thing. I was just serious because what happens, I see when young families let their kids have babies and they're so happy with no financial money, no home. And they think it's okay, and people like, oh, I'm going to be a grandfather, grandmother, knowing that your child is not financially prepared to raise a child.
Or even mentally prepared.
Or mentally. And that's something I cannot have on my watch. That's all. And I'll do anything to prevent that if I can.
So you don't think your daughter's ready, or you don't think neither one of them were ready?
I just think life. It's just life. Yeah, 19 years. Because I think about my mother, God bless her, she's deceased. She had me when she was 19. She had 3 kids before she was 21. When you think about that now, that's terrible for a grown-up.
Yeah.
To have that many children before 21. I mean, it was in the 40s, the 60s, but still, I don't care. That's just a hard situation.
Well, TK, you got the Light It Up workshop coming.
That's right.
This month in Miami, July 21st.
Isn't
what
that
is the Light
something?
It Up workshop?
It's teaching people about just how to obtain finances with loans, similar to what DJ Envy does with homes. We're just doing it in a different way down in Miami. I got invited, which was blessed by G Torch that I didn't know people was really listening to me about just making moves. So they invited me down. I'm gonna go down, and the questions they asked me, I'm just gonna give my advice on investments and stock.
And I think for everybody, it's also giving people an education they might not be able to get. Right? I always say that the best thing about our community is there's so many people making money.
Yes.
We got to go back and show people and try to teach them what to do.
Yes.
But I also tell people they have to do their due diligence. You just can't say, well, TK did this, I'm going to do it too.
So true.
You got to do your due diligence with whatever it is,
Yes.
because in everything I invest, I try to do my due diligence. And I'm similar to you. I try to put money in everything.
Yes.
And I pray that something pops.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
How far ahead do you plan in life, TK?
I'm only on the year 2032.
Damn. So almost 10 years.
Yeah. I'll be 73 years old.
Ooh, God bless. So what do you write down? Like goals, things you want to do, things you want to accomplish? But I feel like you already,
Give me an example. Like when I do your show.
Okay.
I always say, yo, I see you in 2025, 2026. I know in 2 years I'm going to come see y'all again.
Yeah.
And believing that when you get to my age, mentally it gives you an incentive to live. Because you have a date to achieve. And those things are important to me, that if I say I'm going to do something on a date, I make sure I live. It was not about a live thing, but I make sure I choose. So I take care of myself. I try not to have no vices. I don't gamble. I don't drink. So every time I see you guys, believe it or not, I'm happy. Like, I've seen them again. A lot of people come here to me or any podcast and take it for granted. And you guys know, you have seen so many people leave here.
Look at that wall.
Yeah.
On that wall alone,
6 people.
DMX, Charlie Murphy,
like,
Mack
Mack Miller, Combat Jack.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, so I take
Nipsey.
I take it very seriously, guys, because it's a blessing to hang out with y'all. It's a blessing to be up here. It's a blessing because 7, 8 years ago, you guys changed my career by coming up on this show.
Wow.
And ever since then, boom, it's been to rocket stardom.
I'm glad you said that. Salute to Vlad. Everybody like to give Vlad credit for that, but I'm like, yo, TK was coming on Breakfast Club. I've been knowing TK for damn near 20 years.
Yeah, what happened was Vlad saw me on this show.
Yeah.
And by the time I got downstairs, I guess he saw something that was very interesting in the interview. And I didn't know who he was. He said, hey, I want to interview you. And you guys was teaching me about podcasts. I didn't know about what podcast was. Remember? I was what is that? I was calling it the iPod. Y'all was laughing at me.
iPod. Yeah.
And then I wound up doing a show. Rest is history.
It's crazy because, people talk about the Breakfast Club, good, bad. But I also talk about a lot of people that say, yo, you guys really put my career into something it wasn't.
Yeah.
Sinbad said the same thing. Sinbad came up here. And he said, you guys opened, and shout out to Sinbad. I heard he's doing a lot better, so salute to Sinbad.
Great. Yep, absolutely.
But he said, we opened him up to a younger generation that didn't know who he was. And because of that, he started getting more shows, and he started seeing a younger demographic in the show. And a bunch of people have said that to us, which always is giving us a great feeling for doing it.
I'm still going to do TK's book. We launched the podcast, but I ain't forget about the book.
I'm down with that. I get that in my DM pretty much every other DM.
They want a book.
When are you going to do the book?
People want that game in one place where they can go.
Yeah, and I got an idea for it. I think, instead of really talking about me, I want to call it the manual. Because I think the world needs direction. And one of my examples, I think people need to be told what to do. I tell people in my stand-up, I like North Korea a little bit before people get upset. I said, let me explain to you. I said, the Williams sisters was told what to do since they was 3 or 4 years old, became the greatest tennis players in the world. Floyd Mayweather, since he was 7, was told what to do, became the greatest boxer the world's ever seen. Tiger Woods was told what to do since he was a kid, became the greatest golfer.
I love that idea, but that's why I think you should title the book "Who Raised You," because essentially what you're doing is giving credit to the people who raised these individuals.
Right,
like,
that's true.
Serena and Venus's father, or Tiger's father, Floyd Mayweather's father.
Michael's father.
These people helped.
I like that.
Them,
I like that. I'm waiting on you. I've been waiting on you.
Absolutely. And that's another thing. I tell people that all the time when TK comes. Who raised you is TK Kirkland.
Absolutely.
I hear a lot of people using that now.
No, it's TK.
But that is absolutely positive. TK Kirkland.
Yes. And by the way, I own it, by the way.
There you go.
I trademarked that years ago. So I own it. You can't get paid if someone says it, but I could get paid if someone tries to sell things, et cetera. So it's mine.
All right, when we come back, we got more with TK Kirkland. It's the Breakfast Club on BET. Everybody, it's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with TK Kirkland. TK Kirkland. Now you're on tour with Live Nation now.
Man, let me tell you, that was a great move. Shout out to Drew Tillman who put that together. What was cool about it, I made Live Nation wait 3 years to do that deal. Because, you know me, I've always been independent. And when you got to go through so many levels at Live Nation to deal with people, that I don't like, but I like the fact of Live Nation because it's really just the perception. It makes you feel like you're really doing something, but I've been doing this 38 years, so, you know, I've seen people blow up, seen people fall off, but my career has just been constantly consistent. My whole career, and I love that. So I took the Live Nation deal, and we're going to do like 56 cities, and we're going to do 4 countries, and I'm just going to rock it out and still do my stuff, my own shows and all that. And I mean, Deion Cole was talking last night. We're trying to put something together. But when we talk about the Netflix deals, because everybody always said, TK, you should do Netflix. And I try to give people game, and this is the game on Netflix, everybody. See, Netflix pays you a one lump sum money, and you're done. They own it. They own your like, and they do whatever they want to do with it. Well, with me owning TK.network, and I produce my own shows, what I have is what you call a 70-year lifespan on my product. So I may not get the 7, 8, 10 million at one time, but I'll get it over 70 years. Meaning it's like the Allen Iverson deal. How Reebok paid him so much money, but he couldn't get this type of money to lay in life. Well, by putting my kids' names as executive producers on all my projects, when I do leave here, guess what? They still would get those checks down the line. So I'm not getting it all at one time. I'm getting it throughout 70 years. We're doing a thing, got this huge deal with Snapchat. You see the thing
Legends.
on there?
Snapchat, Legends, right?
Yeah, Legends is a gentleman named Vic Backenoff, Mark Bullock. We all from Jersey City, New Jersey. And they came to me and told me about this deal they put together with Snapchat. And we sat down and talked about it, and it's for athletes, influencers, where Snapchat is going to create a special app for certain people. If you have a following over 80,000, 100,000 people, where they create your own app for you. And what Snapchat is going to do, they promote you to around the world. Like they basically your advertising company. Then they also have what they call Snapchat channels, like a show. So to all people, if you have content, if you have movies, you create a show, you could put it together, send it to my Instagram, or we could tell you where to send it to it before the show is over, and we send it to London. They review it, and you can get your own show on Snapchat. So they're doing that. I thought this was remarkable because the pay is from $5,000 to $50,000, whereas most companies, YouTube and others, only paying 1%. This company is paying upwards over 4 or 5. And when I read the contract, I was just truly blown away. And they gave me equity in the company. You know, I'll be playing.
I was going to ask, is there, we talk about, you said you were looking back at some of the stuff that you did. Is there any one thing that you regret at all?
I saw you say you regret disrespecting Eddie Murphy and Charlie.
Yeah, but because what happens, and it's going to be the last time I talk about this particular story, because it's something that, this story happened in 1982.
Okay.
I want to make sure people know how young I was as a child.
Over 30 years.
Yeah, when you grow up to become a man, and
40 years.
You grow and you understand life. You realize, these people let me in their home. And when you let somebody in your house, dog, you love them and respect them.
That's right.
And I didn't understand it as a child. Yep. I didn't understand it as a child. So once I learned life experiences and became a man, so to speak, I realized it was just truly a horrible thing. But the great thing about it is a lot of people don't live long enough to apologize. A lot of people don't live long enough to face their demons, their mistakes, and
correct their mistakes.
Yeah. So I to be my age and to even talk about this, to even apologize to people that I've done things to in my past, man, this is and that's how I continue to keep being blessed. You feel me? Because some people think I just came out like 2 years ago, but I've been here.
Because they're new to you,
right?
They're new to you.
Yes.
When they hear you tell these stories, they just think, man, that must have happened yesterday.
Right. And
they probably don't realize you're 63 years old.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do you still get flack for people who think that fake TK Kirkland account on YouTube is you? People still approach you?
I've only had one situation for some gang members.
Really?
I heard about that. Okay,
because the dude was violating these guys, and they called me, and they was like, "Yo, what's up with that cuz?" And I'm talking, but they heard my tone. They said, "No, this is the real TK right here." I said, "Yo, I don't play them games. I come from the streets. Like, if you see me in comments going back and forth with people, I don't do it." I was doing some event, and the young lady said, "Oh, TK, such and such don't want to talk to you." I said, "Why?" She said, "Cause y'all got beef." I said, "No, tell her that wasn't. I know where that came from. I don't have beef with nobody." I said, "Whoever she was on social media with, that wasn't me."
I was with you one time. Remember, I was with you in Wheezy from Horrible Decisions. She popped off. She was like,
"Yes." And she thought it was me.
She thought it was you.
Yeah, we was at his event.
I can't believe it's the motherfucker.
Yeah,
you're just gonna try to talk to me like you don't be in the comments talking about me.
A young lady that works with him.
Wheezy.
We was in the office. And she thought it was me that whole time. She was going off. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "No, baby, that wasn't me. I already know it's
crazy."
And that's my point. So this gentleman, if you can, we can't stop him because we try to find different ways to block this dude. You can't stop. I just hope that you could just be careful, my man.
Jesus
Because you
Christ.
could put people in a very bad situation.
That's right.
And thank God it was on the phone. Imagine we was out and I didn't have time to explain.
That's right. Somebody might have just popped up. You
could have been with your daughter.
Yes.
Or family. And somebody pull up before you do anything. You'd be like, I ain't even do it.
I didn't even do it.
Well, brother, we appreciate
But hold on, why don't you slow it down on the podcast? You don't like doing the podcast no more?
I do the podcast every week.
For real?
Every week. And I shout you out. I always say he's executive producer of the podcast, but he don't even know we got the podcast.
Every week. You don't do the podcast no more?
I do it every week. TK don't be updated. I ain't seen that podcast in a minute.
That's when you know you're busy. Yeah, we do the podcast every week.
I'm about to look right now.
I think we're going on 337.
Damn you, Charlamagne.
I'm about to look. Hold on.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, it's right there. TK Kirkland. Updated 2 days ago.
Damn 337, yo.
I'm about to follow the show right now.
The Light It Up Workshop, July 21st in Miami.
I get so caught up in TK's interviews now.
Right.
So we know we got to go, but Live Nation, guys, next week, on the 21st, we're at the Fountain Blue, and I brought Charleston White on tour with me.
Really?
July 13th to the 15th, I'm at the Stress Factory, ladies and gentlemen. Get your tickets at stressfactory.com. The next Friday, I'm in the Fountain Blue with Live Nation in Miami, along with the workshop from 10 to 2 o'clock. And then that Saturday, I'm at the House of Blues in Houston, the 22nd. Then July 28th, we do the Dallas House of Blues. And August 4th, I'm at Paradise Bistro in St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands. So it's just been a true blessing.
There you go.
And like I said, to see you guys all the time, like I love you guys.
We out of here.
I'll be back a year from today.
There you go.
You know how I do it.
A year from the day.
Well,
a year from the day.
It's TK Kirkland.
Stress Factory this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Please get your tickets. I want all of Jersey, New York, the tri-state area. Boy is back in town. Come laugh until you cry.
There you go.
There you go. Come have a good time and forget your problems. DJ Envy.
Thank you, brother.
Charlamagne the guy.
My brother TK.
I love you guys for life.
I love you too.
May
Love
your
you,
pain
value,
be
and
champagne.
appreciate you, brother.
That's right. It's TK Kirkland. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. All right, we celebrate
parties. I can understand when Chico do it. I can't understand when Buster do it.
Yeah, that's right. That's the point.
Chico Bean, Justina, Valentine are here. They celebrate the 20th season of Wildin' Out, and they're joining us this morning. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Lotto.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Yes, on the Breakfast Club.
We told you a million times, stop throwing ish on stage when artists are performing. Well, Lotto was performing over in Germany over the weekend, and somebody threw something on stage. So she said, throw it again. I'm going to beat your ass. Throw it again.
How do y'all handle that, Justina? Chico, y'all be on stage a lot.
I've had something thrown at me. It was a long time ago. It was before I was on Wild 'N Out. I was in Philly. And, I was opening for someone, and they threw something at me, and I just kept going. It hit me. It kind of hurt, too. It was like a CD. It was like the hardcover, CD.
Jesus
like
Christ.
And I just kept going with it. So I think it's one of those things. People are going to be crazy. Shorty just got her eye split open. BB Rexa. I mean,
really?
They split her eye open on stage. It's disrespectful, but like my thing is, if I'm there and I'm getting a bag and it don't hit me and it don't hurt me, I'm gonna keep it going. The show must go on.
Yeah, well, God willing, I don't have anything thrown at me. I've never had anything
thrown
at me. Nah, but
not yet?
Nah. But it's just, just be prepared for what get thrown back.
That's how I feel. The customer is not always right.
I mean,
you
nah,
insult me
you
on
can't.
stage, you gonna get somebody should be able to go in the crowd and whip your ass.
For sure.
But we've seen that before, and you got to be careful. Somebody throws something on stage, and then now you got a crowd of 10, 20, 30,000 people. You throw it back. You got to have really good aim to hit that one person. Right. 9 times out of 10, you're going to hit the wrong person. You're going to get sued.
I'm talking about throwing a human being back in the crowd. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you threw something at me. I'm about to throw this human back in the crowd to come find you for what you threw at me.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
You got more to lose, though.
I mean, I do. I'm not going in the crowd to look for you.
But isn't that defending yourself, though? Like, if somebody throws something at you on stage and, you tell your security, find that person who did it, and the crowd points that person out, and something happens to the person who threw it at you, that's self-defense to me.
That's not self-defense. You just can't make anything self-defense. But you probably will go to jail, and you probably will.
That's
be sued.
not right. That person should go to jail too for assault.
Absolutely,
all the way.
Now we got to talk about Devin Haney. Devin Haney, boxing star, was arrested on Thursday morning following a night out in Hollywood after cops pulled him over and found a semi-automatic handgun in his car during a routine traffic stop. They said he was out at Catch LA. He was released on $35,000 bail.
I'm not mad at boxers carrying guns. I just want them to carry legal weapons. Is it a legal firearm or what?
They didn't say.
Not
but if he was
Los
arrested,
Angeles.
I'm sure
Ain't
it was
no
illegal.
such thing as a legal firearm in Los Angeles. I don't think. I don't think you can have a gun legally unless you like the police out there. But I just think that if you got to go places where you got to carry a strap after a certain point, man, just have a party come to you. You know what I mean?
But you know what? It's to the point now where everywhere you go, you 9 times out of 10 you need a firearm. You know what I mean? No matter. I mean, you look at LA. When I was in LA a couple of weeks ago for the BET Awards, I mean, everybody was saying if you go to a nice restaurant to eat, you got to be careful because they're running in restaurants.
Well, I think what we're saying is if you're worth something, you should secure it. So
Absolutely.
they should have security.
Yeah.
Maybe not go everywhere with your firearm, but go everywhere with armed security.
Especially him because his hands are illegal. So
that's a myth. The people always say that you got to get your hands registered. That's not real. You don't get your. You don't have to register your hands. Like if you're a boxer and you beat somebody up, you get an elevated assault charge because you're a fighter.
Right.
But you can't just take pictures of your hands. Yeah, these my hands. Take my hands as registered weapons. But I mean, it's very difficult not to have a firearm. In most places, but if you don't live in a state where that's plausible, then you need to move. You know what I mean? If you gotta have a gun, if you're one of those people who don't feel comfortable with security, which is understandable because you know what you're going to do in defense of yourself and you don't necessarily know what somebody else is going to do in defense of you. You need to live in a state where you can have guns. And Florida is one of them. They just passed a law where you can have a gun without concealed, without even taking a test now. So it's places you can go to have a pistol and not get in trouble. Los Angeles and New York is not one of them.
I agree with you, but I'd rather have armed security because we are not John Wick. As much as you think you're going to pull your hammer out when something go down and
trust and believe
yourself.
That's very true. Like that. Most people have never fired a gun without earmuffs on, so you don't even know what that ring of that gun sound like when you let it off in a closed environment. It's a different thing. So,
but that's why you're supposed to go to the range multiple times to learn how to shoot, to learn to be comfortable with your firearm. Not to say that you're going to be John Wick, but to be able and you have to know the laws in each and every state because every state is different.
Every state is different, right?
All right. Well, that is your rumor report. Charlamagne.
Well, before after the hour, we can talk about another type of weapon, a knife, and the damage it can do to a pedophile in prison. We'll discuss.
Donk of the Day's coming up. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
With audio titles on business, fitness, motivation, and more, Audible keeps your imagination pumped and ready to hit new goals. Check out all the audiobooks, podcasts, and originals you could want and sign up for 30 days free at audible.com/breakfast club.
WWPR FM HD1 New York.
An iHeart radio station. Don't be out here acting like a donkey.
Hee-haw, bitch. Hee-haw.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
I'm a big boy. I can take it. If he feel I deserve it, ain't no big deal.
I know Charlamagne guy gonna have some funny shit say out his mouth.
If you gotta say something you may not agree with, doesn't mean I'm mean.
Who's getting that donkey? That donkey. That don't.
Donkey of the Day right there.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
You can call me the donkey of the day, but I mean no harm.
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Friday, July 14th goes to Larry Nassar. I am sure I've given Larry Nassar Donkey of the Day before. If you don't know who Larry Nassar is, let me refresh your memory. He's the sports doctor who was convicted of sexually abusing athletes, including college and Olympic gymnastic stars, and possessing explicit images of children. Let's go to, what's the news report, Eddie? What is it? ABC. Let's go to ABC News. No, is this the original report? Yes. Let's go to ABC News for the original report, please.
Stephen and Carolyn, right now, Dr. Larry Nassar is sitting inside a jail cell in Ingham County in Mason. The former Team USA gymnastics doctor now behind bars. The 53-year-old saw gymnasts everywhere, at the gym, at his home in Holt, Michigan, on the road. Documents showing he's facing 2 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct with a girl under 13. But so far, we've learned 43 have been interviewed, ages 11 to 18, accusing the doctor of sexual assault. He resigned from Team USA sometime last year. He was also fired from his job at MSU.
Now, Larry Nassar is right where he needs to be, in prison for decades. And if you know a thing or two about how prison works, people who have committed crimes against kids, they do not fare well in prison, to say the least, okay? Prison is a living hell for pedophiles and people who commit crimes against kids. Just Google it. Google what happens to child molesters in prison and see what comes up. They usually don't make it without protective custody, and I don't see why they should get protective custody. And that's exactly what happened to Larry Nassar before. See, Larry Nassar got attacked in prison for the second time, okay? One I'm about to tell you about that happened recently, but the other happened before he got transferred to this prison that he's now in Florida. When he was in Arizona, he got attacked within hours of being released into general population. But this time he got attacked in a Florida federal prison. This time he was stabbed multiple times, not just because of what he did, but because of what he said. Let's go to ABC News for the report, please.
Disgraced former sports doctor Larry Nassar was violently attacked at a federal prison in Florida. According to ABC News, the inmates were watching the women's Wimbledon tennis tournament this past Sunday. Nassar allegedly made a lewd comment to other inmates. That comment triggered the suspect, and later that day, he allegedly went to Nassar's cell with a manufactured weapon and stabbed him at least 6 times. Nassar suffered a collapsed lung in the attack, but is currently in stable condition.
This man, Larry Nance, made a lewd comment about wanting to see girls playing in the Wimbledon's women's match. You can't make this kind of stuff up. If you're in prison for being a pedophile, you shouldn't suggest watching anything kid-related. Not Cartoon Network, no Disney Plus, no Nickelodeon, no Nick Jr., nothing. And can I tell you a little about the person who stabbed him? Shane McMillan is his name. He was previously convicted of assaulting a CO at a federal penitentiary in Louisiana in 2006. And he attempted to stab another inmate to death at a federal supermax in Colorado. So he's one of them. Okay, he's one of those. When Tony Yale was on Drink Champs talking about members of Terror Squad dancing with knives, doing the Macarena with knives, doing the Millie Rock with knives, that is this dude Shane, okay? He may not be a member of Terror Squad, but he's one of those ones. So Larry Nassar said the wrong thing around the wrong person and got poked up for it. Now, this is what I find interesting about this situation. Larry Nassar has been in this prison for a little minute, and as far as we know, he hasn't been attacked. He was attacked within hours at the prison in Arizona. They clearly believed everything they heard about him. They didn't give him no grace at all, jumped right on his ass. But in Florida, it feels like they gave him some due process, so to speak. It feels like some of them might have been like, we don't know if he really did it. Maybe these accusations and allegations are false. We don't know, so they fell back. They let him get comfortable, gave him a little time, because who you are will eventually always reveal itself. And Larry Nassar got so comfortable that he eventually let people know exactly who he is by making a lewd comment about the girls playing in the Wimbledon tennis match. I don't know how old the women were, but whatever he said made Shane say to himself, oh no. Oh, hell no, okay? Whatever they said he did it. And now Larry got to feel a little poke coming through, okay? Several of them, all right? Because that knife got too close, and he was taken to a hospital where he remained in stable condition with injuries, including a collapsed lung. This is a situation where justice has been done and served. Done because he's currently doing 60 years in federal prison on child porn charges, and served because he got served the punishment, or should I say punishments, that he deserved. Please let Remy Ma give Larry Nassar the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
Goodness gracious. That's one to do when my child is here. That is a very unique one right there. That's crazy. And then the Shane McMillan, like, if you got put out of 2 federal facilities and sent to Florida, What does that say about Florida?
Right.
Goodness gracious,
They
you
take
get
everybody.
put out the feds and sent to Florida. That's amazing right there. Salute to Florida.
All right.
Second time Larry Nasser's been attacked in prison. You know what they say too? Third time is the charm. Somebody gonna make sure they get the job done the next time. Either that or Larry gonna kill himself.
All right.
Either way, what's for breakfast?
That is Donkey of the Day. Now, can we bring your daughter to the mic because we're still on BET, and I know you got some promo to do, so you got to do it while you're on BET. So come up to the mic right fast. Come on.
Come on.
Now this is Chico
you
Bean's
ready
daughter.
For these moments.
This is Chico Bean's daughter. She
this
does
is my
all
baby.
Chico's promo. So
yeah, she's the head of promotion, and you know what I mean, she's in charge of all of my promotions now. If you watch our videos, you know that she is, you know, creative in all different types of ways. So they brought me up here for promo for season 20 of Wild 'N Out, but I wanted to make sure that I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do in my promo. So what do I got?
So as the credits are rolling, talk to the mic and tell them what your dad got going on.
Tell him everything you getting 10% for. It's probably 20 for you.
I get promotions for helping him promote his shows, you know, make sure he get his money, you know, not be lazy and stuff like that.
Not be lazy. Word. That's.
Does he have any shows coming up that you want to promote right now?
Yeah, I got Pittsburgh coming up next weekend. We got the 85 South show in Charlotte this coming Sunday. I don't know if y'all gonna hear this. I got Pittsburgh, and then I got Toledo after Pittsburgh. So we gonna do videos for that, but I just wanted to make sure that.
Going on.
I got a lot going on.
We're gonna get to it.
We're gonna get. All right.
He's about to retire for real because Pierre's about to take over.
That's right.
This is 20%.
She wants her money all the way. But, you know what I mean? We ain't got no bracelets, but we definitely got everything we need. So just make sure you want to give a shout out to anybody before we go.
Shout out?
Yeah.
Shout out to my friends.
Okay.
All right.
That's a nice generic shout out. You don't offend nobody.
That's right.
None of her friends
You
gonna
see
get
how
offended.
smart she is?
That's
She
right.
already
She already
is
know.
keeping it clean. Shout out to my friends.
All right.
Whoever wants to sponsor us is who our friends are. That's what it is.
No, well, let's open up the phone line. Speaking of friends, 800-585-1051. The rap of the game says y'all are putting too much pressure on your friends.
This is a good one.
He says y'all put too much pressure on your friends. We are all grown now. If a friend can't make it, they can't make it. If you ain't talked to your friend in 2 weeks, that's okay. If they get to sit out your birthday festivities because the money's messed up or they got other things to do, it's okay. People got kids, husbands, boyfriends, wives, girlfriends, careers. So that is the question. 800-585-1051. Do you put too much pressure on your friends? You know, things change. You know, y'all used to be cool. Y'all can hang out all the time. Y'all was all broke. We could play video games, basketball. But now people got families. Let's discuss when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
When it's time to get with someone special, the best way to do it is with Magnum large size condoms. That gold foil wrapper is a badge of honor, and it means you're protected. And you take care of things with comfort. Accept no substitutes. Bring the pleasure with the gold standard. Magnum large size condoms.
The Breakfast Club. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We are celebrating the 20th season of Wild 'N Out. We have cast members every morning this week, and we have Chico Bean and Justina Valentine this morning. And we're asking, this comes from a comment that Game said yesterday. We're talking about friends. Do we put too much pressure on our friends? That is the question. You know, things change. You know, at one time, yeah, it was easy. We'd play ball all day long. We'd play video games. You know, we'd go out and hang, go to the clubs and all that. But now, when you get a little older, you know, you got families. There's things to do. Do we put too much pressure on our friends? That is the question. We'll start with you, Justina.
Yes, because some of your friends, you know, they just don't progress with you. They want to stay bums. They still selling regular weed, and you still love them. It's the truth. But you got to love them from afar because we not selling regular weed no more. Like, we doing different things. And then those people become liabilities because I have some friends that I love, I grew up with, but I can't bring them around anymore because I don't know what they're going to do, and then they're a reflection of me. So you got to love them from a distance, not bring them to your industry events, and, you know, it's a space in your heart.
But you are the celebrity of the crew, right? You're on Wild 'N Out. You're doing so many different things. You had a movie. You got records. So when they have events, you are the person they expect to come because they want to show you off to their friends.
Right. And
that's not a real friend then.
And it's like a meet and greet when you think you're going to someone's birthday or like family party. So it's like you got to pick and choose when you do it. You can't do all of them. And if they're really your friend, they're going to understand. And there's a lot of people that don't understand. But like I said, just buy a little ounce of that regular weed from them and keep it moving.
Chico?
Yeah, let's not disparage regular weed. There's still a market for that out here.
There is definitely a market.
And there's some successful salesmen of regular weed. So salute to those dudes. But I just think people are dependent upon what you bring when you have a certain type of energy. So I never fault people for being upset about not being able to have my presence, because I understand the type of energy that I bring to any situation. So I think that we have a responsibility as people who have been given the blessings that we've been given. If somebody is really your friend and somebody you really love them, to sit them down and explain like what comes with this, because they don't understand. They just see what they think is going on. It's times that you have to take the time out to say, hey man, this is the reason why this has to change, and this is different, and this is different. I think if without doing that, you're just leaving them to their own devices, and you're not allowing them to understand what comes with a level of success that most people never reach. Like, how many DJ Envy's in your family? Right. How many Charlamagne's in yours? It's only one of those, you know what I mean? So when you are that one, it comes with a greater responsibility.
But I will say this, for me, it's not even the money, the celebrity, or the fame. It's more of the family, right? I got 6 kids and a wife. So it's like, it's separating that time. So if somebody has a birthday party or something has somebody, I got to split that time with my kids playing football, my kids playing basketball, or me just trying to be there for my kids. Like you said, we are on the road. We're doing shows. Sometimes you're lucky enough where you can take your daughter because it's summertime. She doesn't have school. But the times when we are home, it's like I want to get that time in that I missed. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'll be honest, I don't want to go. I want to spend the time with my wife. I want to spend the time with my kids. That's right. I like seeing the moments of, like this weekend I call my daughter Jailbird, right? This was the first time she broke out of her crib. Like, she hopped over the thing and I was there for that. But if I'd have been on the road, I would have missed that. You know what I mean? So,
but that comes with a level of being in the game for a certain amount of time. And certain things that's never going to impress you anymore because you've been doing this for 30 years. Right. So if you still trying to get the pleasure of being in the club after 30 years, of course you tripping. I'm talking about for that progression, the process of progression throughout your career. You've had to teach people as they go with you. Now, if you 30 years in and it's still somebody mad at you don't want to come to the strip club, then that's not your friend. Right. But somebody who understands, you grew them to understand that, hey, I got 6 kids now. Now it's time for me to dedicate myself this direction. Like, most people don't understand it if you don't teach them, because they don't ever get to the position to be able to do the things that you do, being somebody who's successful.
Yeah, I agree with Game for the most part. I agree with most of what he's saying, because if you're my friend, you're my friend. But I'm not going to put pressure on you. Like, I'm not going to stress you to show up everywhere because you my partner. But you also got to know your friends, right? Like, all my people know how I am. Folks know I don't like to go out. Okay, you know what I mean? But I do think you have to make time for your real friends. Right. You know what I mean? I have friends that I want to see at least once a month. I like kicking it with them. So, we make sure we get up and politic at least once a month. But I'm also in a blessed position that I have, business with my friends, and, I work with my friends, and we end up in a lot of the same spaces. Like, even last night going out to the Book of Hove thing, my best friend, my wife is with me, but then it's like Angela Rye is there, Tamika Mallory is there. Like, these are my people, my son is there, these are my partners. So it was good that all of us could get together for moments like that.
And you've upgraded your circle, you know what I mean? You've upgraded the circle of people that you're able to operate with. Most people don't, that's what I'm saying, they don't have the access that you have. So if you upgrade your friends, like all of us in here have the same level of access depending on where we are. Most people that come with you only gonna have that access if you're there.
Right.
So you gotta be able to help your friends upgrade their access, you know what I mean? And I think that comes with that level of training throughout the time.
But I also like, even with my friends, I like to invite them to my crib. And the reason why I'm my friend, because now everything's at my crib. I got my kids here. I got my wife. You bring your kids. Now it's family. We can sit there. We can drink. We ain't got to worry about getting home. We ain't got to worry about what happens out there. And we could just enjoy.
Hey, baby.
You could do both.
We're going to DJ Envy house. He just invited us. That's what it is. We get to come to his house and see how he live it.
Come on through.
We can buy some bracelets as an entry fee, but we going.
Hello, who's this?
Gary from Houston.
What's up, brother? Talk to us. We're talking about do we put too much pressure on our friends?
Yeah, I think a lot of it got to do with like females, because I've been seeing female friends just break up over birthdays. A lot of my guy friends I've been with since high school, we probably see each other like, every once in a while, but it's not really that important to us. We know we got things to do, but females,
is that true, Justina?
Take that real serious.
So listen, Justina, if you got homegirls and they don't repost your Mack cover, Do you feel like they're not your friends?
No, it's all good. Listen, I think you got to accept people for who they are and how much they could give you. You know what I mean? Because everyone's not the same. So, you can reciprocate the energy or just know who that person is. But females with their birthdays, yes, a lot of them are crazy. If you miss a birthday event, like, you are out of their friend circle. I don't know why females are like that. I'm not like that. I'm the type I like to celebrate other people, but some females don't play about that. I've seen girls not speak to other girls that was like one of their besties because they couldn't make it to a birthday trip, which is crazy.
They do.
Yeah, they don't play with that.
I see people get mad for not posting, like not posting a friend on a birthday, or not posting a Maxim cover, or not posting an event. I see that before.
But I can understand where that comes from too, because most people, the most exciting time of their year is their birthday. That's the only day.
that is all about them.
For real, that's the only day that they get celebrated, and then it's about them. Like their life is horrible, except this is the only time I get to be excited and people are happy to be around me, and you kind of forced to be happy to be around somebody on their birthday. So when it's like a birthday trip to somebody or birthday dinner and somebody be like, I'm good, now you really don't got to deal with me because you don't rock with me the rest of the year anyway. And you miss my birthday dinner. So that's why I think people get mad at that, because most people get their happiness on their birthday, weekends and birthdays.
So listen, what if your friend call you and says happy birthday and pours into you? Wouldn't you rather that than the public display of affection on social media?
People want the public display more than anything else. They don't even care if you call them. They just want you to show it publicly.
Let's talk about it some more when we come back. And I don't really do the birthday dinner because I know that trick, right? That's the trick. Like, yo, Envy!
Get a bill. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Now, 800-585-1051. Do we put too much pressure on our friends? Call us up now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're asking, do we put too much pressure on our friends? Now, this comes from the game. The game left a comment, and I'm going to read some of it. Thought it was pretty interesting.
Who read better, you or Just Hilarious? Or should I say, who read worse?
Just Hilarious. I still love Jess, though.
I love Jack's accent. Like when she
that need to be a segment. Who raised their hand on the Breakfast Club and just get people to call in and read out loud? That'd be crazy. Who raised their hand?
Shout out to Donnell Rollins, Ashley Larry. I used to bet him every morning, and I was like, if you can read this sentence or this paragraph without messing up, I'll give you $100, and I would win every morning.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah, we need to do that. That need to be a good segment.
Well, he's stalling
who raised
now.
their hand?
He's stalling because he had to read over it a couple times.
Now I had to pull it up. Now, the game said y'all put too much pressure on friends. We are all grown now. If a friend can't make it, they can't make it. If you ain't talked to your friend in 2 weeks, that's okay.
It's coming.
If they got to sit you out
Who raised their hand?
Like this.
Coming up next, we got Charlamagne the God giving it a shot on who raised their hand. That's right.
Hey, you read it. Hey, I'm going to give it to you.
Hold on.
No, I'm going to give it to you. Yeah. You read it.
Where is it? Let me see. Y'all put too much pressure on friends. We are all grown now. If a friend can't make it, they can't make it. If you ain't talked to your friend in 2 weeks, that's okay. If they got to sit out your birthday festivities because money funny, that's okay. We grown now. Got kids, husbands, boyfriends, wives, girlfriends, careers. It's just not enough time in the day to give your man, kids, customers, clients, work friends, siblings, etc. 100% and still be mentally stable. We are at an age now where it's when we see each other. When we do, be present and love on each other during that time. My mother is an English teacher.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the winner of Who Raised Their Hand is Charlamagne.
I am a New York Times best-selling author,
and
sir.
Even your inflections were just perfection.
That's somebody to get paid to read ads right there. That's what that is.
Well, let's go to the phone lines. We got Kiera. Good morning, Kiera.
Hello.
Hey. What's your thoughts? Do you put too much pressure on your friends?
You're supposed to. You're really supposed to. People let people off too easy these days, Envy. And that's why everybody turning out so selfish. I can't tell you how many favors, how many things I do for people. They need to reciprocate that. It's true. Real friends, if there's a gap, 1 month, 2 weeks, we all cool, we fine. I'm in Miami. I can hit up my girlfriends in New York when I feel like it anytime, and it's all cool. But you have people, and I call them vampire leeches. They like to come, suck everything from you, and they don't give nothing back. Thousands of hours counseling people on the phone.
What you say?
No, me and my kids and everything help everybody out. But when it's time, no, they don't turn up. People need to turn up. That's why everybody's so selfish these days.
I do agree with her. You do have to reciprocate. Like, you know, if this person has shown up to your birthday party or this person has, you know, hit you up to say happy birthday or whatever, you should reciprocate that. That's the least you can do.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's up? My name is Stefan.
Hey, Stefan. Good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing today?
Good. You put too much pressure on your friends?
Man, I used to when I was younger, but as I got older, you know, I kind of realized everybody had their own life, and I had to stop looking through my own eyes and to be empathetic in this situation.
All right. Well, what's the moral of the story, guys? We ending this out? How we closing this out?
I mean, I think the moral of the story is just reciprocate the energy, right? Like, you should match energies with your friend.
Yeah.
You know
and I think if you're busy enough with your own life, you understand the next person when they can't make it to an event. So,
right.
you know, those friends that get upset like that, they probably are not in the same space or place as you. So, you know.
Yeah, Justina, Chico, there's somebody you got mad at for not posting your Maximum cover, Chico. There's somebody that didn't repost 85 South Show on Netflix.
No, I reposted it.
Not at all. I can care less. Like, that little one back there makes sure I stay in pocket on what's important. So I really don't care about what anybody else thinks. As long as she cool, I think having children changes you in that regard. Like, that's the opinion that matters. You know, if you're a friend, that's a little different than having somebody who you're responsible for and who you're obligated to. So that's what I dedicate most of my energy to. So anybody who can't figure and fit in around that ain't a friend to me anyway. So it makes it easier to be able to identify what matters and who don't post me or who don't say happy birthday and who don't appreciate my accomplishments don't matter. Because to me, as long as she with whatever I got going on, I'm good.
I will say this. I think I speak to my true circle of friends every day.
Same.
Every day, somebody, you know, good morning, yo, you
For the
good?
most
Just
part.
checking up on you or whatever. Maybe we in a group chat. I speak to them every day.
At least a text.
At least a text.
Yeah.
Not, maybe not on the phone, but at least a
Is
text.
that necessary though for
No,
friendship?
not
Is
for
that
me.
what?
That's not necessary,
If
but
y'all stop talking tomorrow every day, would that change the dynamic of y'all friendship?
No,
then
but-
that's what I think we need to leave it at. You know, if you really are friends and it's somebody you really love, then it doesn't matter if the communication stops. You can stop communicating for months or years, but whenever we come back in, it's like we never left. That's true friendship.
That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. Ask a real quick question, right, for the parents. Should our children be our friends? Because you know they always say your children shouldn't be your friends. But
yes.
Like the older my oldest daughter gets, she's 15 now. That's my little partner. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
man, listen.
My daughter, my son, my friends.
Man, my daughter is my partner. I understand you can't be, in my opinion, you can't be, you know, naive to the reality of the fact that these kids have access to way more information than we did. It was much more difficult for our parents to be friends with us because of the world that we lived in and the lack of information that we had. Now, being dishonest with your children the way that you had to kind of be dishonest with us when we were growing up, you can't do that because all they're going to do is pick the phone up and to see that you full of stuff.
Right.
That's right.
I quote myself. You see it?
That's right.
All the way. So I think that it is possible to be friends. Now, you can't, you know, let your kids look at you as somebody that they can be friendly with all the time. Now, you got to have a level of respect there. But I want my daughter to be comfortable to talk to me as though she would talk to one of her buddies.
Absolutely.
Because I want that information to come to me first so I can help her navigate through whatever the world has for her that I've already experienced that she hasn't. So I want to be my kid's
I love
friend.
trolling my oldest daughter. We be playing the pause game. You know what I'm saying? Because this generation isn't that far removed.
You play
You
the
know what
pause
I mean?
game with your 14-year-old
Because they do it.
Yeah, they do
Like
it.
the same way Logan want to be in the group chat with us, his son.
Yeah, my son want to be. He was like, "Yeah, put me." I'm like, "I'm not putting you in the group chat with me and Charlamagne."
Hey, Logan, you do not want to see what your father and this man talk about, son. You do not want to see the pictures and stuff they send to each other, Logan. Stay out of there. Stay out of the matrix.
All right, when we come back, we got Pastor Ox. Nala will be joining us, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Go, baby. Cause that's my DJ. Say go, DJ. Cause that's my DJ. It's time for Pass the Ox with DJ Nyla.
Yup. What's up, guys? Good to see you.
Yeah,
Hey,
good to see
girl.
me too.
I don't like your shirt. I'm telling you, Dad.
It's so cute.
It is
not.
cute, and the nails match.
Yeah, right?
I don't like it.
I tried to
What
do
does your
it.
shirt say? Tell the world what your shirt
Let's
says.
seat up a little bit, but we'll go. Okay.
What does your shirt say?
Don't you sit on a booster?
I
Why
do-
you coming for me?
Give her your booster.
Are you sitting on a booster?
Oh wow!
Man.
That's a BBL pillow.
Man, this man got a BBL pillow in here.
Literally.
Because the chair is so short. Look at my chair. Look.
You do
my
look short
God,
now.
man. And this man, y'all too, man.
Put the BBL pillow back. You look too short now.
I got some sheets.
Okay.
You got some sheets.
He got the sheets for the cheeks.
Listen, what's up with y'all?
He said he
Man.
got some sheets.
Man, y'all two dudes.
It's a lot.
man.
It's a
I
lot
said
of
I
butt
sit on the
talk today.
cheeks. I said I sit on the cheeks.
Yeah, I see how you deflected from what your shirt said.
Yo, the
but
shirt
people can
says
see.
sexy. It's a play off Pepsi, and I think it's cute. Pepsi, if you want to sponsor me, holla.
And it's appropriate because you are sexy.
Thank you.
Hello?
Period. Okay, so today for Pass the Axe, we're going to start with Bobby Boucher, which is a new record by Earth Gang featuring Spillage Village. Yeah. I'm just a little confused by it because Earth Gang is a part of Spillage Village, but it has both names here, so nonetheless.
Okay.
That was
Yeah,
hard.
that was jamming.
Shout out to Earth Gang.
That was jamming.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Okay.
Spillage Village is Earth Gang and who else?
It's Earth Gang, Black, JID, and Merba.
I think Spillage Village is a great name for a destination in a porn too, by the way.
Spillage Village,
Hey
yeah.
man, listen.
There's some
First of all,
Brokeback Mountain stuff
man,
going on.
hey man, listen, man. We need to get this dude canceled, man.
No, what do you mean? Cancel? That's very trendy right now.
We need to get him canceled because he just makes you feel uncomfortable, man.
Imagine Spillage Village in the metaverse.
Why do I have to imagine Spillage Village in a porn? But
You got your VR glasses on
man,
and Spillage
yo,
Village.
chill
That is a good name, though.
Yo,
I'm
chill
interested.
out, man. Well, of course you interested because you're a white woman and that's the type of stuff that you would star
That
in.
sounds like a good point.
Yeah,
I mean, listen,
you
you're casting for
Spillage Village starring
Charlamagne.
Justina
I'm sending my
Valentine.
tape.
Go
Spillage Village
ahead,
starring
Nyla. I want to hear the
Justina.
next song.
And Jordan Bryant. I'm sorry, he's also in Spillage Village. But moving on, the next record is by Quota the Friend. He's an independent artist out of Brooklyn, but he's a really big independent artist. So I just wanted to try.
What's his name again?
Quota the Friend.
Okay, Cody the Friend.
And this record's called Barcelona.
Well, that made me want to shop at Zara. For real.
What's dope about it though is that he's really living the life that he's talking about. Like he's been an independent artist and now he's at a point where he's able to have a summer house in Barcelona and he can like.
You getting it like that?
He's doing pretty good.
Word.
Nice.
It's dope.
Okay,
I like
dope.
it.
And I feel like all y'all can relate to it because y'all living pretty lavish lives too.
Nah, I shop at Zara. That's why I can relate to it. Because that just sounds like when you walk in the outlet mall right there. That's a good one.
Like
That's a vibe.
Outlet mall music.
Bunch of white people doing their head like this.
Outlet mall
Just
music.
for the record, he also did like 3 mixtapes with Static Selector. So he does like rap
Oh,
also.
okay. Dope.
Okay, cool.
This is just more of a mainstream appeal, I would say. All right, and then the last record is another independent artist. His name's Fable. He does R&B. He kind of reminds me of like
Fable?
Fable.
Yeah, y'all know Fable?
From Atlanta?
Yes.
Fable.
Snapping like you Fable?
Like Fable.
Atlanta Fable?
I'm
just
starting to
see
see
Bankhead on
spaceships on Bankhead.
Bankhead.
Fable. D4L Fable.
What he look
No,
like?
it's gotta be somebody different.
R&B Fable.
Oh.
Like y'all can't just be taking
Fable
legends' names,
is
yo.
it FABLE or FABO?
FABO.
Oh, no. That's we gave Lil Nas X a pass. But y'all can't just be taking legends' names and running with them,
man. Fable.
Oh.
I don't.
Fable
You
on
don't
Killer
know
Mike
Fable?
album right now. He on something for junkies.
Laffy
Killer
Taffy.
Mike album.
You know Laffy Taffy. You a
I know
DJ.
Laffy
Laffy
Taffy.
Taffy. That's Fable.
You take that
Scotty's
bubble
calling
gum.
me.
I got that Chico dick. I'm in the da-da-da. Oh, so you gon' think
I can't believe this.
Yeah, but this is a different Fable.
I mean,
Okay.
Ain't no different Fable. We know one Fable.
Yo, this is R&B Fable. You'll
No,
like it.
man.
Yeah, come on, let's get into it. It's called Love Songs. I like it.
The real Fable.
I mean, he gotta put the real Fable on there. He gotta get a real Fable
gotta get a
feature on
feature.
there. Real Fable in the bubble gum,
Come
pop
on
it
now.
like you, shake
Come
it
on
like
now.
you, do it like you.
Hey. The real Fable would have bodied that record.
All right.
Candy girl. Girl, shake that laffy taffy, hey, that laffy taffy, hey, shake that laffy taffy,
Hey.
that laffy taffy.
Hey.
That's Fable.
I can't stand you guys, but for real, if you guys are into like sexy R&B, check
Man,
out
pull up Fable
yeah.
Scotty, man. No disrespect to Fable R&B. You gotta change your name, King.
That's all right.
You gotta change your name. You can't just be running right here with a legend's name.
I like it.
She said, that's it.
It's not that it wasn't good, but I see what Charlamagne's saying. It's like, if someone already has that name, it's like,
a legendary name. That'd be like
But
somebody.
they're in different pockets.
Like, it's like someone can't just come out and have the name Jay-Z one day. You know what I mean? Like,
it don't make different pockets, same jeans though. So you got to change. You got to put some slacks on. Fabo, if he spelt it completely different, like PHAFOBOE.
At least a different spelling,
You know what I mean? Fabo or something like that. Like he had to change it, man.
And the only way that works is if his name is actually Fabo, and then it still wouldn't work because Fabo's name is actually LaFabian.
Yeah, and if his name is Fabo, he gotta be named after Fabo.
On it, at least.
If it's his real name, that don't even make any sense.
If it's his real name, he's named after Fabo from D4L.
Right.
Like if anybody named Fabo,
that's why
is named after Fabo from D4L. If your name is Fabo,
It's okay. Rihanna and A$AP Rocky named their son RZA.
That's
after
fine.
RZA.
And so that
After
guy,
RZA, right.
And if that son grows up to be an artist and his name is RZA, we will not judge him or criticize him because his
What?
name is actually RZA.
But how do y'all know that this guy's name is not actually Fabo?
We don't yet.
We don't know.
So the jury's still
and
out.
if it is Fabo, we know where it came from. He's named after the dude
And
who
tell
saw
people where they can
spaceships on
find you, because
space.
people are sending me records. Mellow Rack sent me Beast Mode. Another artist sent me records. Stop sending me records. Give them the email where they can send it to you.
Give email. I'll give you an Instagram at
DJ Coco Chanel at gmail.com. See how silly that sounds? If your name was Coco Chanel, salute to Coco Chanel.
Why you doing other plugs right now? My statement.
No, but a lot of artists are sending me records. They want you to hear it. So
Yeah,
how can you got to be something other than Instagram? You got to do an email or something.
Yeah, but my email's on Instagram.
Okay.
There you go. And they gotta follow you first. That's a requirement.
Follow me first. Send the track, but also most importantly, stream the playlist. Pass the Aux playlist and then while you're there, you can check out my other podcast, We Need to Talk, and my Amazon Music show every Wednesday. And yeah, also I wanted to give an honorable mention to Juvenile because after that Tiny Desk performance, I watched it 5 other times and then started streaming all his old music. I'm like,
what's your favorite Juvie record?
right now, Set It Off.
Set It Off.
Set it off and then
I can't even judge them because they young.
They young. They don't know that real juvie that they put on your soldier rag. Put on your soldier rag. Put on your soldier rag. Yeah, all the way. You need to go back and listen to the old Hot Boys. Listen to the old Hot Boys.
Then I went on a binge and watched all the old YouTube videos. It's kind of crazy.
You don't even know what year Mercedes Juvenile bought.
Don't
all
let
right,
it.
come
Don't
on,
let it.
come
don't.
on, Envy. That's your cue.
All right, well, thank you so much, Nyla. We'll see you next week. Up next is the People's
Do you
Choice
know
Mix.
what year Mercedes Juvenile bought when he saw it on TV? I know Chico though.
I mean, I'm not even going to. It's unfair.
Do
Go
you
ahead.
know Envy? I hate y'all New York.
2000.
No, say it.
Wow.
Say it how you supposed to.
Yeah, say how you supposed to say
I
it.
know who took over for the 99 and the 2000.
We all knew that. Like, come on, man. We all knew that. Like, everybody, cash money.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, it's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Again, we got a salute to Justina Valentine for joining us. And also Chico Bean. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. You know it's love. We up here.
You got shout outs, man. Again, can we bring your lovely daughter up here one more time?
Yes,
It's time to get
come
up out
in.
here to give you a shout out to your people
Yeah.
and make sure that your dad is doing what he's supposed to be doing. What I'm doing? What's your dad supposed to be doing?
Oh, promoting his shows and getting his work done.
All right,
Hey,
promote
there
your
we go.
shows.
Sunday, we 85 South Show. We at the Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte. Next weekend, I'm at the Improv in Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Improv. Then the weekend after that, I am in Toledo, Ohio at the Funny Bone in Toledo. So make sure you get your tickets. And see, yeah, you heard her. Get your tickets.
I'm gonna remind y'all.
She gonna remind y'all. You definitely gonna remind y'all, you know, because she gets the percentage of all of this. So make sure you get your tickets, man. Come see us all the way. We appreciate you having us up here. Let my baby come up here and have this experience. I was just saying I'm into nepotism, so I love the fact that I didn't reach the point where my baby could just come up here and be a part of something so legendary as the Breakfast Club. And we ain't got no bracelets or no cookies. So that's the first right there, because, you know, my man Dane bought the cookie.
But we need Chico back too, because you know Chico is one of the people we wanted to be up here guest hosting.
Oh,
even
please.
before this Wild and Out.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you
But-
when your schedule permits.
Oh, whenever y'all stop doing the relationship stuff that when y'all get y'all relationship worked out and stop having y'all sexual frustrations play out live on the radio, then I will come up here all the time. I will come up here anytime you guys want me to come. Whenever y'all figure out y'all sexual frustrations off air and not on it, I'm up here.
So we'll get it out this weekend, and then we have Chico.
We'll get it out.
See what I'm
Hey,
saying,
yo.
bro?
What? Hey, yo, we'll get
Baby,
it.
I'm sorry you have to be subjected to this, but it is what it is. Why?
I feel bad.
Go sit down.
Because you got to be the Gucci in this situation.
Stop.
You never said who's the balls and who's the angels.
I'm not establishing that. That's between y'all.
She gonna call Daddy Gooch later. Hey, Daddy Gooch, come here.
Daddy Gooch.
It was Daddy Gooch. That's disrespectful, man. And you then gave the idea to this troll right here. You know what I mean? She gonna be calling me Gucci man. I already know. I know my child, man. Y'all, this is terrible.
Justina, thank you for joining us too.
Yes, thank you for having me. The brand new single "Mouth Go Crazy" is out right now. Go stream that. I'm on your newsstands on the cover of Maxim, so go get that. And
naked.
I'm naked. Yeah, the
she's
tatas are
butt naked
out. I got like a little, I'm butt naked in the last one. Yeah, definitely butt naked. But so go get that. It's on your newsstands. And August 5th, I'm in Atlanta with Rip Michaels and them for the Fall Back in Love comedy. So are you on that, Envy? Probably.
I'm probably.
Okay, cool.
Rip usually books me the day before.
Oh, the day before. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Let me ask you a question. With these pictures, does your mom, your dad, or your boyfriend look at them and be like, whoa?
Oh, at this point, like, everybody know what I do. They accept it, and my man already know, like, baby, this is the entertainment business, and I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do.
Don't get no idea, Nala.
I do sound strange for a little bit of change.
What's the name of that place that you said would be a great destination?
The Spillage Village.
Yeah, the Spillage Village.
They already know my next place is gonna be the Spillage Village. So it is what it is.
Your boyfriend is cool with it now until he see Usher reading it on Instagram.
That's it. Until I go to that Usher concert, then I'm in trouble.
Yeah, all the way. Stay away
but
from
I mean,
the
he
Usher
knows because
concert.
I'm crazy. I'm wilding out. I'm always kissing people. Me and DC, like we did something crazy at this point. Yeah. So that's why I told you I want to apply for the Spillage Village film if that goes into production. If it's not scripted, because I know
we by Curious George first. Like, the Spillage Village is gonna come years down the line. He already found what he had to.
What about by Curious George visit Spillage Village?
Oh my
See what
goodness.
I'm saying? You already know it.
That'd be crazy.
You see where he at with it.
I love
That's
that.
where he at.
And I just want to correct one thing. Nala's still here. Nala, can you step back up to the mic? The singer's name is Phabo, Phabo.
See, I told you it had to be spelled different.
Okay. I said that.
No, you said it was spelled.
PHBO.
No, you said FABO.
I thought you said FABO.
No,
Yeah.
it's P.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Phabo.
So you guys like him now?
Yeah,
I don't know. I
no,
still
it's
gotta see
still
if it's his real
Phabo,
name.
but
Yeah.
it's
better. Yeah, it is better.
It's better
though.
than FABO.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, positive notice the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hey, everybody, it's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Time to get up out of here. Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
Yeah, I just want to tell everybody, make sure they go to the Book of Hove this weekend in Brooklyn at the Brooklyn Public Library. And since we are celebrating Hove, I'll end with a Hove quote. Remember, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches! Y'all finished or y'all done?